Hey, thanks for coming back, guys. It's Brett and Jayme. It's podcast number 2.
Fed Up in Hollywood. How's it going, everyone? How you doing? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. A couple of things to take care of before we get going here. A little sponsorship. Who's it this week, Brett? Who is the lucky sponsor?
Well, one of today's sponsors is Hamer Bail Bonds. We know you didn't do it. We don't care.
That's right. They're great. Just go ahead and tell them you heard them on this podcast. Again, that's Fed Up in Hollywood. And they will give you a great deal. Make sure you're free until your trial. So, yeah. I mean, that's a great... I mean, I know when I was incarcerated, my freedom was 100%. That's all I could think about. And it's people like Hamer D. Bail Bonds that get you out there and allow you to roam the world free because the money they put up for you.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. Well, we got to recap the SAG Awards, Jayme.
Do we? I thought, honestly, we were going to just brush over that. Before we recap the SAG Awards, why don't you tell them where we're broadcasting from?
Oh, yeah, guys. We are in Santa Clara, California, everyone. We are at the Marriott in Santa Clara covering the Super Bowl.
Bowl. Yeah. Sitting right outside. We got the waterfall in front of us, the pool to the left, the gym right behind us. Oh, there's a guy working out. Love watching guys working out. No, I mean, not like that. No. What I meant is I find it funny to watch gentlemen of an older nature work out because I see what they're doing and I don't understand the point. So, anyways, yeah, I guess so.
It is entertaining. Well, let's talk about those SAG Awards. How'd you do?
Absolutely garbage. You can go back and check it out. You can check every one of my picks that I told you about last week, and it did not get any better because I voted for a total of 0 winners. 0. That's not an exaggeration.
I got one, but was it any surprise that Leo won?
No. I mean, I didn't pick Leo.
I know.
Well, pick. I don't know. I don't mean pick. I mean, it's a vote. It's not like we're setting up a fantasy football draft here and I'm picking who should be, the first round draft pick, in which case I would have picked Leo. But it's not. It's a vote, and my vote counted somewhere. So, I mean, yeah, maybe it annoys me a little bit that for the second year in a row, not one of the people that I voted for won. But
there's always next year.
There's always next year. As long as I pay my dues,
yep,
and they're on time, I can vote next year, and they'll send me all the screeners. A little disappointed with the fashion. Again, that sounds completely not how it should be taken, but I just don't understand how men's suits have not evolved in the history since Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack. The black suit at award shows, or for anything important that matter, I don't get it. I don't know why they haven't progressed to wearing something different, or at least changing it up.
Oh, soon enough when the new elitists step in, I think they'll be upping it, and it'll be sponsored by Goodwill and all these or someone that makes suits out of their garage, and that'll be the new
tweed suits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
3-piece tweeds.
Yeah, as soon as the wonderful elite of Hollywood that live on the streets rise up and outnumber the wealthy few, you're right. We are going to see a different fashion footprint at award shows. So,
but we got to talk about our table read.
Yes, let's do that. Another shameless plug right here coming up.
Absolutely.
If you didn't get enough of Jayme and Brett from our 2 podcasts, you need to check this out. We had a table read yesterday for a new short, new web series written by Demetria Bennett.
That's right, guys. A lot of people are calling her the new Sofia Coppola.
That's right, yeah.
Been featured in The Hollywood Reporter, LA Weekly.
Variety.
She was in. And guys, we're actually going to have her on, in about 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Jayme?
I think we're just trying to iron out some details, working out some contract stuff and scheduling. But yeah, hopefully we'll have her here talking about the project that Brett and I are both in. It seems like a fun project. The cast and crew seem really nice. I know what you're thinking. No, that isn't My Stomach Rumbling. even though it is because they don't provide us with free breakfast over here at the fancy Marriott.
No, we didn't even get a continental.
No, nothing like that. No free croissants. I didn't even get a mint on my pillow.
I did have a sugar packet in my room.
That's good, yeah. Anyways, but we digress. Back to the table read. It was really good. It was a fun cast, fun crew. Finally got to meet everyone in one room. And to say the least, this room was one of the most unique things I've ever been in Hollywood, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, it was at the North Hollywood Diner.
Yes.
Where it all took place.
North Hollywood Diner, which the taste is nothing short of eclectic and random. I mean, they have stained glass pandas on the wall. They have
maps of Greece on the other wall.
Yeah, they have busts of aliens.
And a James Cagney 8x10 watching you pee.
That's true. James Cagney is front and center at the men's urinal. So yeah, it was just definitely... I mean, the room for me took the night. Actually, that's not true. What took the night was my getting lost on the way home yesterday.
Oh my God, you did.
Yes, and not lost because I knew where I was, but I could not find an entrance to the highway on any of the streets I would drive down. And Brett, I'm going to tell you right now, because you're my friend, and actually anybody listening, this is a bit of advice. So if you have a pen and paper around you, you're going to want to write this down. Forget what they say in California about Crenshaw and Inglewood, Skid Row. You do not want to be lost in downtown North Hollywood on a Wednesday at 9 o'clock. No, it is bad news. There's nothing good that can come of it. I'm talking drug rings, prostitution slings, all kinds of... I don't know. I stayed in my car with the doors locked and the windows up.
Terrifying.
It was terrifying, you know? Not necessarily for my life, but... You never know when some homeless guy's going to just stab you with a used syringe.
That's true. That's true.
Completely change your life. It's the butterfly effect.
Well,
you know?
I'm glad you're okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Guys, we are in Santa Clara covering the Super Bowl. We'll be right back.
Hey, guys. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for giving us your ears.
Head up in Hollywood. Jayme and Brad, how's it going,
Episode 2. Time to pay some bills. This segment of the show is brought to you by attorneys at law. Screw 'em good and hard.
Our name is our reputation.
That's true, and just let them know at Screw 'em good and hard that you heard about them from us on this podcast, and they are going to give you a free consultation.
That's right. I mean, what's free in this world? Nothing.
No, you can't get anything free in this world anymore, and for them to do that for us, just to get the word out, is wonderful. It's time for us to recap a little bit of the world news, little recent news. I don't know if it's world news. It's pretty much just here around us. But
well, everyone's talking about politics right now. You know, everything.
Big time for politics.
But people haven't talked about the Playboy Mansion is up for sale right now, and we're going to play you a little clip.
Yeah, here it is, and then we'll let you know what we think.
The Playboy Mansion is up for sale, but there's a catch. The iconic Holmby Hills home hit the market on Monday for a whopping $200 million. The 5-acre property in West Los Angeles features 29 rooms, a home theater, a library, a game room, a Prohibition-era wine cellar, a tennis court, a bathhouse with a gym, and the infamous grotto pool.
What happens in the grotto stays in the grotto.
The not-so-humble abode even comes with a zoo license. But buyer beware. The pricey purchase includes a roomie. That's right, one condition of the sale is that Playboy founder Hugh Hefner gets to continue to live in the home.
That's right. The condition of the sale is that Hugh Hefner will be living in your recently bought home. Just hanging around, where'd you get the sofa and the gentleman sitting on it?
Yeah.
Oh, they came with the house.
Where'd you get the living, breathing, walking dead relic? Oh, that's Hugh Hefner.
That's right.
Oh, okay. That's what that is.
Also conditional with the sale is that you will have to change him and take him on walks.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll have to. Not only does it come with the animal license, it comes with a human
That's right.
license. You got to take care of that too. So
Yes.
after you're done feeding, the howler monkeys, their formula or whatever you're feeding them, you have to take care of you. Make sure he's bathed and clothed.
So, yeah. All of this is conditional on this. Don't buy that house unless you're looking for, and I don't know who isn't, but don't buy that house unless you're looking for a nice old man to take care of.
Yeah, $200 million.
Yeah.
That's a $200 million roommate there.
Forget what happens in the grotto stays in the grotto. It's who lives in the house lives in the house.
Yeah,
until they die.
Until they die.
That's exactly. Just blows my mind that is even an issue.
Well, you know what's even another crazy story in the news
Yes.
that some people have been talking about, so maybe more of our listeners have heard about this. It's the a woman who pulls the cop over in Miami for speeding following high-speed pursuit. She did her own little citizen's arrest.
Little vigilante justice here. And the first voice you're going to hear, the lady's voice is the citizen, not the cop. So don't listen to it and think that there's nothing wrong with this. The lady is not the police officer.
The reason I pulled you over today, and I'm asking you to come over and have a conversation, is because I saw you since Miller Drive when you were first jumping onto the Palmetto, and you were pushing 90 miles an hour. Yes, and because I was going right behind you, and you passed me at, I was going, 35 miles an hour down Miller. You passed me like I was standing still. Then after that, you got on the ramp, and we went past Bird Road. I pushed 80 to try and catch up with you, and I was still, eating your dust, so you were leaving me behind, and I was going 80 miles an hour. And I just wanted to know, what's the emergency?
I don't know how fast I was going, but I can tell you this, I'm on the way to work right now. I don't believe I was speeding, but like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. I just saw you now when you pulled over next to me, which is why I pulled over here. I thought you had some kind of emergency or anything. Everything fine?
No, everything's fine. Yeah, it's your speeding.
Yeah, well, I apologize, and I'll be sure to slow down, man.
Yeah?
Yes. Okay.
All right. It's
Anything else?
just, I
My
think
name,
that,
badge?
no.
Do you want my badge
You want my
number?
badge?
Do you want my badge? Do you want to report me for speeding? Yes, because I'll happily give you my badge number right now. The police says, for the first time in the history of the world.
Yeah, that's never happened.
No, he offers up his badge number for this crazy woman, and I just love the detail. Like, what is she? Some sort of human GPS?
Yeah.
Well, we went down Miller Drive, and the posted speed limit there is 20, but you were going 90. Headed down West Avenue, and you left me in the dust.
It's like, what was she doing that day? I'm gonna make a viral video. That's
right,
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hunt this cop down. Like, oh no, there's no way. She was just like, I'm gonna go get groceries. You know what? I saw him down Miller Drive. I want to do the unheard of.
That's right. She was waiting for this cop on Miller Drive, who was a serial speeder. She was parked in the driveway and just pulled out when he came zooming on by to give him a piece of her mind.
Only in Florida.
Only
in Florida, folks.
Only in Florida is correct that this lady has nothing better to do than pursue a police officer for a good half an hour just to ream him out, only to have him offer up his badge number in order to suffer the consequences.
And she's not an old woman either. She's like in her 30s.
You're right.
She sounds like she's so old. She's in her 30s.
Yes. Yeah,
oh
that's
my
the
God.
best part. If you listen to the voice, you think it's some old lady in her 90s trying to do some good. But this is a woman who should be at work. A Latina lady in her 30s who should not be hunting down policemen at 90 miles an hour just to let them know they were speeding.
Yeah.
Like, what good are you doing by adding to the speeders on the road,
And she's filming the whole thing.
That's right,
She's
yeah.
got her little pocket cam in her purse out, like filming it. Like, there's no way.
There's nothing safe about this situation at all. This could have ended in a fiery, accident for her. But I'm glad she did it, and can we just give her a little shout out? You know what I mean? Can I get a...
Gotta get a hallelujah! Hallelujah!
That's right, just wanted to get a hallelujah for you helping out this world. We'll take it to another commercial. Be right back, and hope you're having a good day, guys. Welcome back. Podcast number 2, Brett and Jayme, Fed Up in Hollywood. Though we're not in Hollywood now, as we said before, we're up in Santa Clara. Thanks to our wonderful producers covering the
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Yeah, buddy. Let's pay some bills here. Another wonderful sponsor coming up. Brett, why don't you let them know who it is this time?
Well, guys, this isn't, just one of our many good sponsors that we have on the show. This is actually a personal friend of me and Jayme's. We've been going to him for years for our taxes.
That's right.
We know taxes can be stressful, and with all these commercials nowadays, it's like, who do I go to? H&R Block?
Nope.
Do I go to TurboTax?
Nope.
Guys, you want to go to our friend Larry E. Bates.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Larry E. Bates. Doesn't matter what you do for a living. Cleaning pools, CEO, out-of-work actor. Larry is going to get you your money back. All you got to do is bring him those W-2s. In fact, Brett and I don't want to, this is just going to catch on. That's why I have a problem with revealing it. But Brett came up with a great nickname for Larry. In fact, he calls him the
Weapon of mass deductions.
That's right. That's right. This gentleman, he will... Listen, just don't get caught with your pants down. Don't have someone ask you, who does your taxes? You don't want people asking you who does your taxes. Just, I'm telling you, go see Larry. Tell him we sent you, and he'll give you a little $5 discount.
Well, how is let's talk about the week. Let's
week,
talk about what have you been up to?
Not too much. The highlight of my week was I found $21 in the gutter. $21 went straight into my gas tank. But I was excited. What can I say? It was a $1 bill rolled up in a 20, and that's exactly how I like to find my $1 bills, rolled up in a 20. So I found it in the curb. It made my day. It made my week, as you can tell, because I'm leading with that. And nothing, just in Hollywood in general, you can find anything on the streets. Money, change, phones, drugs, it's all there. It's all waiting. It's like a treasure chest.
Mm-hmm.
A hidden treasure, I should say. If you walk long enough, you're going to find something that's wonderful. But I know you had a bigger week than I did because you had a special day, didn't you?
Yes, I went to Central Casting, and I finally got registered. This is my 5th time. No joke, my 5th time. So I get there.
Why don't you tell people who don't know, who are listening, what Central Casting is?
Oh, Central Casting is an agency for extras, or to be politically correct, as we do now in 2016, call them background
actors.
So if you're watching a TV show or a movie, you see everyone in the background. That's what it is. So I get there. Doors don't open till 9:30. I get there at 5 a.m. and there's already 11 people waiting in line. You would think that people are waiting for Black Friday deals. It's terrible, guys. You guys show up with coolers. They sit in lawn chairs. Like, people get so crazy for this.
Why are these people lining up when there are clearly speeding cops that need to be found?
Exactly.
These people should all be in their cars trying to find speeding cops to reprimand them.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I go and I finally get registered, though, and it was a total. We'll see what comes out of it. You know, I'm not looking. I have to call a hotline now and fight out hundreds of other hungry background actors. You know what? I'm just calling it extras. I don't care. Extras.
Whoa. Do you want to get your SAG your SAG membership revoked?
They already revoked
They're going to kick you out of the union.
I'm done.
You hush your mouth. This isn't the 70s.
All right, fine. Fair enough. It's 2016.
Speaking of the 70s, I've been on this wonderful match game kick. It's the old one from the 70s, and these guys are so politically incorrect. Incorrect, I think I just said? I mean incorrect. Just from talking about what the ladies are wearing or what they want to do to them in the dressing room, or if the host saying, if my dinner's not ready when I get home, I will put my wife in the oven. I'm talking stuff you cannot get away with on national. You can't even get away with it in public nowadays or in private, let alone on national television. But it makes me laugh every morning just knowing how they didn't care back then. People smoking on the air, just all kinds of taboo things that make me laugh and hold my attention all day.
Well, they need to go to the North Hollywood Diner and see the way things used to be up there.
That is, straight out of 70s decor. Yeah. So what about yourself? Anything else happened this week?
Well, okay, so I will tell you this. I did work for a company that put educational programs in schools. I worked for a anti-bullying company. The show was great. It's fantastic.
Well, that's a good cause.
Yeah. And the actors that recently did the show at the specific school I set up, that went there, they gave me feedback to tell me how everything went. I'm still friends with some of the actors. And they said, with the principal knowing that they were going to do skits showing how to avoid bullying. So in the skit they do, they show what a bully is.
An important thing for children to learn, like how not to bully or what, the signs are of bullying.
Exactly. So the principal comes up in between shows to give them notes on how she wants the show to go. They've been doing the show for 6 years now. The principal comes up, you can't do that in our school! That's what pisses me off about 2016. Back when, my dad can tell me stories about a teacher that actually smacked a student in the face for making fun of another student, and we can't even show what a bully is. That's 2016, people.
No, I think you're right. We should be 100% able to smack children in the face.
I do too. If they're bullies. That's how we solve bullying.
Yes, I agree. There needs to be a little bit more discipline, starting from the parents and education, apparently, if this principal doesn't allow the even word or scene with a bully to be allowed on school grounds. I'd love to know what their policy is for anti-bullying. If the kids even know what that is at this point.
Trust me, we're not advocating hitting kids. Look, now this is political correct. Now I feel bad for it. I feel bad for speaking my mind. So not only am I going against my own free speech, I'm like, oh God, am I being too harsh? No. Okay, I'm not. I'm not going to apologize anymore. All right.
I got news for you. The Santa Clara police are on their way right now to take you in to give you a nice talking to. And believe me, they'll be speeding all the way down Miller Drive.
Oh God, not Miller Drive. Not Miller Drive.
Yeah. So, on a more serious note, I just want to. It was a great week, but I do want to just do a little venting. I'm a little pissed off and yes, I'm going to call him out, because what's the worst that can happen? With Mr. Chuck Lorre. First of all, Mike and Molly was canceled. They had a wonderful after party after the last episode, which I was nice enough and happy enough to work. Find out from security at the studio that one of the producers on Mike and Molly has gone around telling all the security that if any one of people that work for my company is seen at the after party, they will be escorted off the lot. And that just pissed me right off.
That's cool.
Yeah, for you to go around and specifically say that these guys cannot come to the party. Like, how do you think that, you want to talk about bullying? To me, that's a little bit of a bully and something that completely pisses me off, because don't think because you're a big-time producer that you're better than me, because you're not. I mean, you may have more money than I do, but you're not better. You don't have a podcast with Brett. So that's what you're not staying here at the Santa Clara Marriott and, I just feel like I need to...
Hallelujah!
Thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you very much, Brett. That's how I feel, Don't think you're better than me because you have more money than me. Because, like I said, you do not have a podcast with Brett. So... that was a bit of my week, a little thing that pissed me off, and I know people are supporting me.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
There they are in droves. Other than that, it was a pretty slow week. Not the glamorous Hollywood lifestyle one would want or think to have when they move out here. Although I have a roof over my... And now we're getting serious, which there's no need for.
But we will get in touch with you on Monday. We're going to recap the Super Bowl.
Yes,
guys,
yes.
Thanks again for listening. We are going to be on in 2 weeks with the director.
Yeah, and writer, Demetria Bennett. She'll be joining us on our podcast. Just got to lock that down. We're going to talk about the podcast some more. Hopefully get things moving forward. Talk about the web series, and we're going to talk about the Super Bowl come Monday.
Yep.
Which is going to be our next podcast. So I guess that's about all. Good night to everybody listening. Thanks for listening. Hi to everyone up in Canada. And that's it from Brett and Jayme.
Hi, Mom.
Fed Up in Hollywood, episode 2, now concluding.